All right. Thank you, everyone. This is an exclusive premiere interview here, and Andy Vargo is going to be on the mic with me today. We've had just a ton of local guests in our studios today, but today I want to highlight locals outside of our community because just because they're on the other side of the country, I don't want
Right.
to
Still doing some great things.
still doing some great
Yeah.
things. And so today, live from the Illinois area, I think Chicago Heights, I believe. Okay.
All
All
right.
right. So from Dallas, Texas, we have Valencia Ivy. And so she is a local author. And so just say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. This is Valencia
Uh,
Ivy,
yeah.
originally
Wow.
from Illinois and right now residing in Dallas, Texas.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
That's awesome. So, Miss Valencia, we want to we've kind of kept in contact over the last I think 3 to 4 months. Sometime last year, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was probably August, September last year.
Yep.
But you have done an amazing thing. And I'm so proud of you. We're proud of you here because just like Andy Vargo here, you guys are published authors. And so I
Yeah.
want to know everything that you have going on. I want to learn about your background and everything that, moving forward as well. So let's just talk about you. Give us a little bit of a background and maybe the last 2.5, 3 years and what kind of got you started on this entrepreneur mindset.
Okay. Well, that's perfect. Well, as you know, I'm Valencia, last name Ivy, born in Illinois, raised
Hmm.
in Illinois most of my life, single mom of five. Been a
Hmm.
single mother for a very long time. And so I have a little bit of background in medical. I was a medical assistant for 8 years.
Yeah.
Um, then I went into entrepreneurship. I tried a few network marketing companies, didn't really, float my boat. It didn't tickle my funny bone. So
Mhm.
I found something that was more for me. And
Yeah.
that's what I do currently. Um, and within the concept of what I do now, within this club, I met some amazing people um, and was able to become a published author.
Wow.
And one of the
And what
amazing
company
people,
is that? Let's
oh,
love to that company. What company is that that you're kind
oh
of
my,
doing some marketing with?
Hmm.
just the dopest company ever, World Ventures.
World Ventures. So anybody that does not know, Sandy and I have actually been a part of World Ventures for several years now. And World Ventures is, like she was saying, this bomb ass, I
Yes.
want to say it, bomb ass
Yes.
travel club that allows us to travel the world on our own budget and
Ooh,
meeting absolutely great people, mentorships, and getting to know the locals worldwide. So I just had to drop that on you. So
Yeah.
absolutely. That was a bomb too. I'm telling you, people who don't know, they should know.
exactly.
It's been
So
So yeah, go
amazing.
ahead,
so
Manny.
Valencia, you just published a book, and how did you get into that?
Okay, so because of the company, I was able to meet some of the uh, freaking public speakers globally,
Yeah, yeah,
and
Hmm.
we have some amazing leaders that that are sought after,
mhm,
and one of them being Johnny Wimbrey.
yeah.
He had a opportunity for people who actually wanted to do something like this, but a lot of people are afraid to be transparent and share their story.
Yeah.
And he had
Hmm.
to select. It was a global selection. You put this out there, and you had to get through some red tape to get
Oh
to
yeah.
him.
Oh
And
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just happy.
Yeah, I
I,
was a part of that process.
whew,
So I learned about the book that you were a part of, The Breakthrough. And so let's go ahead and give some love to the
Yeah.
title here, The Breakthrough.
yes,
Right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
you are a co-author with Johnny Wimbrey, Les Brown. Hopefully, I get Nick's name right, but Nick Halleck, and
Halleck, yep, Nick Halleck.
yep, yourself, Valencia Ivy. And so this book just published. And so talk about a little bit about the book and what it took to get your story out.
Okay, sure, I can do that. So what happened was, it's a lot of other people, a lot of co-authors who has some
Mhm.
amazing stories. Not just myself, some of the people who qualified to be a part of this journey, and they were sharing, very transparently their life, their struggles, obstacles, but more
Mhm.
importantly, how they overcame them. And a lot
Yeah.
of times obstacles will fold most people depending on the size of the object. And
Yeah.
so it's in order to overcome some very, very trying and enduring times, you have to have number one, faith.
Oh yeah.
And
Mhm.
you got to have that. You have to be grateful, because it's somebody somewhere that's going through something that you've been through, but double 10 times fold.
Yeah.
And so to be able to move forward, being grateful, being thankful first,
Yeah.
and then get up, move, keep moving. When you
Yeah.
sit down and just start
Stop folding.
accepting,
Mhm.
you fold. When you
Yeah.
sit down and accept. And
Now,
so for myself, my own, coming from a background where my mom, she didn't raise any of her children, where I was in a foster system. My mom was a huge drug addict. Not was, I can still say currently.
Sure.
Um, and being bounced around in foster homes to foster homes, just not knowing. When you're a young girl, you just don't know where you're going and who loves you and who want to really love you, or who just have intentions that aren't
Yeah.
great for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's a tough thing to maneuver around as an adult.
Sure.
And so my what I put into my chapter was about some of my struggles, some of my pains, but more importantly, I just wanted to let a lot of young girls who may be going through the same thing know that, hold on,
Yeah.
it's something out there for you. Just keep going. We all here. God got a plan for us. Just keep listening.
There's a bigger
that
purpose. Go ahead.
that sounds just so inspiring from what you shared already, between what you were going through in your life earlier on, between having a mother who wasn't stable, and then also yourself being a stable single mom with 5 kids. You've gone through a lot, and
Oh
so
man.
I mean, just
I mean,
about breakthrough. I can't wait to read your story.
it was tough.
Mhm.
It was tough.
Has it gone? How has the process of writing this book and reflecting on your story? How has that affected
You know what? Okay, how it affect me now? Oh my God. It was a breath of fresh air.
you?
But when I was doing the process, oh, that was tough.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I was ready to visually see, right? First of all, sit down and reopen wounds that I had closed, that they hadn't healed, but I
Yeah.
had closed them. And so to have to write that down, cut those open, having them out there fresh, it's a lot of tears,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
lot of pain. Um, I even got angry at some point.
Hmm.
I did. I got angry.
Those are
Um,
wounds. But that's what
it,
makes you who you are today, though.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. And that's the one thing that I actually do point out, that those things that I went through were for a
Hmm.
reason, and it built me character. It gave me
Yeah.
charisma.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, one of the things. So bringing up Johnny Wimbrey, and I follow him constantly on social media, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. Um,
mhm,
had a live video, a recorded video, not too long ago, and what he had talked about, and it's something that Tony Robbins had talked about a lot as well. And it's changing the mindset when things happen to you, and it's
Mhm.
not what happens to you, but why did it happen for you? And that, I thought that was such a
Yeah.
powerful
That is a
thing,
powerful way to look
because
at
you're
it.
not looking at yourself as a victim, but you're looking at yourself as an opportunity to change and grow from
Right.
whatever that situation may be. And so
mhm,
you think about that. So when things happen to you, you can either have the mindset of, why me, or you
mhm.
like, why did it happen for me? And
Why did it happen for me?
Mhm.
yeah, and what are the changes we can do from there?
Yeah.
I think why it happened for me was because I was meant to be able to help others.
Yeah.
That was the other part that helped me get through the chapter of the book that I wrote, was because it wasn't about me anymore.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was, before I made it about me. Oh, I don't want to open up these wounds. Oh, I don't want to be so transparent. Oh, I don't want people to know this part about me. Oh, because it's easy to package something and put a bow
Mhm.
on it and make it look pretty.
Sure.
Right.
And that's unfortunately what social media does
Yeah.
for us a lot.
Mhm.
And that's, putting that filter on, making it seem like everything's okay. But really, I mean, let's
Mhm.
just be real. I mean, everyone's going through something at some point in time in their lives. So
Yeah, for sure.
being able to be vulnerable, and this is something that Andy and I have talked about on our show plenty of times on the personal development side
Mhm.
of things, and it's being vulnerable, because that vulnerability, your story, is what
Mhm.
makes you.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It is. And I'm grateful to being given an opportunity to do that, because honestly, a lot of people go, well, so many people were so surprised because I did not really tell many people that I was doing it. I mean, a immediate
Sure.
Mhm.
circle had no idea that I was doing that. I said, I need to wait till I have this done.
Yeah.
I had a bucket head, and then you'll know. So many people like so surprised, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you didn't tell me. Well, no, I didn't
Right.
tell you because I was still going through a process myself
Yeah.
Yeah.
and accepting it, and I wanted to go through it alone.
Yeah.
So, so now that you've gone through that process, what's the next step for you?
Well, I'm waiting on Johnny to come home from his cruise so I can just do an impromptu, since he's right here in Dallas, impromptu stop at the office and say, hey, Johnny, what next? No.
There
Right.
you go.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's the advantage of being in
Mhm.
Dallas.
Hey, Johnny, what next? I'm ready. No.
Right.
But
Yeah.
no, for me, what my hopes are is to, of course, I want to do a book signing. So
Mhm.
I want to set up something for that. And like you guys did my first interview. This is my first time talking about it
Awesome.
publicly.
Nice.
So thank
Yeah.
you
Let's get it.
guys.
Of
Yeah.
course.
And then hopefully in the near future, I'll get molded to do some public speaking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to
Yeah.
be able to tell my story. I think the more that I tell my story and get it out verbally,
Mhm.
the more it continues to heal me as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
can totally agree with that. And so Andy here is a published author himself. Not to put you on the spot here, Andy, but do you have anything? Is this your first published book?
this is the
Okay.
first
Yeah.
time.
So Andy, so as a now 5-time published author, speaking to
Ooh,
someone that pushed now their first published book, what are some things that you can talk to her about and kind of guide her through the
Well,
next steps as well?
the one thing is don't be afraid to ask. When you want to do that book signing, go into the stores and you can go in, you can email or call your local Barnes and Noble and just say, hey, can I do an event at your store? And what surprised me was how excited and embracing people were to have a local author come in, because they want you there.
Yeah.
And as much as
wow.
I get shy about, do you really want me in your space? They're excited to have people who want to get out to the community.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to just go to any of your local stores and take a copy of your book and just say, will you stock my book? And usually they offer, yeah, and when can we do a signing event? So don't
Oh,
be
that
afraid to
is
ask for it.
awesome.
You'll get it.
Yeah. I
So
like some of your tactics as well. Go to the Dollar Tree, get yourself some little picture
yeah,
stands, and go
right.
put your book anywhere that you feel that it would connect with people.
Yeah.
Coffee shops, local businesses. I would
Mhm.
connect with your local business district as well. Getting your
Yeah.
book in front of the smaller businesses they don't have that corporate runaround where, oh, this isn't with what we're doing, so we can't place your book here kind of deal.
Right.
So go into that local community where you'll really capture that audience, because Andy and I do that very well here in Tacoma.
And coffee shops are great because they'll love to do like a reading or something too, where you can
Oh,
go in,
oh,
part of your story, and it'll set you up for that public speaking too.
oh, definitely. See, I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, you have to give me all these pointers.
yeah, I know. I mean, we can.
We'll catch up.
Yeah, we'll definitely continue this conversation. But how can our audience, our Facebook Livers, our continued listeners after the live goes over, how can we contact you? How can we get your book and follow you on social media?
Well, you can email me at Ivy Valencia. That's IvyValencia 97 at gmail.com.
Okay.
You can also find me on Facebook. It's just under Valencia Ivy.
Okay.
All right.
And my Instagram is Valencia Bev, Valencia Valencia Bev BEV. No
Mhm.
space, no
Okay.
underscore, just one word.
Right. Cool. Well, I'm
Awesome.
excited for you. When you took this challenge last year, I'm sure you were like, "What am I getting myself into?"
Oh man.
The
You
blessings
Right.
are
you know,
going to come,
I
and
cry. Okay, let me tell you
you
first.
keep speaking your story, because
Let
that's
me
what's going
tell
to
you.
put your name out there.
This is gonna make you guys crack up.
Hmm.
So when I was doing the interview with Johnny, first
Uh-huh.
I did it with a couple of other staff, Carol and Derek.
Mhm.
Then Johnny just happened to be in the office that day, and he was eavesdropping on the conversation that Derek and I was having as Derek was interviewing me.
Mhm.
And Johnny said, "Well, who is that?" And Derek was like, "Well, you need to speak to her right now." He said, "Well, that's not how we do things." And so finally, yeah. And so Johnny gets on. He say, "2 minutes. Why?
Right?
Why?" And so I got to talking. I swear, before we were done with the interview, I'm crying. He's crying. I think the whole office was
Oh,
crying.
Yeah.
oh,
And that's something that I love about Johnny. I love to, show you a little bit more about Johnny Wembry, but he comes from such a humble background. He has a
Yes.
beautiful family, and he's married. He has, a ton of kids, it seems like, and he's traveling the world, changing lives, one at a time here.
Yeah.
And he's a great motivational speaker. I've heard him speak several times, and
Oh,
so I'm so
amazing.
happy that you got that golden nugget with you in your back pocket, and having Johnny on
Boy,
your side, Les Brown, and the other author
Nick
here that,
Halleck.
yep, Nick Halleck. All that's just an amazing, and we look forward to hearing another success story, not just you publishing the book, but let's come back 3-6 months from now and see where you're at.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support too.
yeah.
Of course.
Thank you. Thanks for
Means a
everything that you're
lot.
doing, telling your story.
Yeah, so we're going to sign off here. We are Facebook Live, so thank you so much for tuning in to now our 5th interview for the day. Thank you so much, all of our sponsors that have been able to help us get through all this stuff. So be local, shop local, share local, be the better local. Smart advertisement. Are you advertising smart? Andy Vargo over here with Awkward Career, #Own Your Awkward, and his latest book that got published out,
Yeah,
OneDrive Stands.
Yep.
Woo.
And Northwest Motorsports, trucks, and more trucks.
More
and,
trucks.
And more trucks. And right now we have on the mic Miss Valencia Ivy, and she just published her book in the last handful of months, The Breakthrough. And so check this
Yes.
podcast out, learn about her story, go buy the book. And if you have any questions on how to contact her, just check out the Facebook Live feed, and you'll have all that information. So do you have anything else to say, my friend?
I think we're good.
We're
That's
good?
Awesome.
All
Exciting.
right. Well, we're going to sign off here. Thank you so much, Valencia, for tuning on board with us all the way out in the Dallas area. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Thank you guys.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
Take
All
care.
right, guys. Well, Be the Better Local is signing off here. So be the change needed in the world today. Thank you so much, everybody.
Absolutely.